Hello, what's up? It's your girl, Mona D, and I am here finally to just touch on the October energies. Um, Hope everybody's doing well after that awesome Libra solar eclipse. Um, I'll just say at the beginning for myself, definitely been dealing with what's called ascension symptoms. I would say mainly in the root, solar, heart chakra region. Um, Nothing major, but I typically don't feel too much. So I just know that the energies have just been ripe and yummy, honestly, since that double full moon in Capricorn time. Life's just been doing its thing since then. But let's get into the energies that I tapped into for us for the month of October 2024. Okay, let's start off with the first. When I first tuned into the energies, um, the words lions, liaison. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that word. I know it's French, and then France. Okay. Also, the Star of David, um, the Merkaba, or the light body. Um, I also heard Princess in the Mirror, Time to Be the Queen. So, um, with that being said, I'll share the full on definition of liaison, probably in a post, but yeah. Um, as far as the overall energies that I pulled from the Herbal Astrology Oracle deck as well as the Elemental Empath deck, um, and just a general tarot deck. So the card that I pulled from the Herbal Astrology Oracle deck is Horsetail. It's numbered 35. Um, it's associated with the planets Saturn and Venus. And with that, from the tarot, I pulled the Eight of Pentacles. So I'll start from there. As far as patience goes, before I read from the guidebook, my personal little tidbit about patience. Being patient is definitely something that is heavily associated with literal physical time. When in reality, from experience, I've come to know patience as a mindset. And when you really tap into patience, you realize things don't really feel like they take any time because patience allows you to more easily tap into and maintain patience, maintain flow, is what I wanted to say. Want to say, not wanted. I want to say flow. When you're out of time, you're in the flow, and that's perfectly okay. But says, as far as the guidebook says, sorry if my sound goes in and out. I'm on my computer. The key words for horsetail are endurance, steady focus, period of gestation, trust the process, heightened sensitivity. So, if anybody listening to this is pregnant, congratulations. I am so happy for you. The new souls are super ready for this thing called Earth life. So, that's definitely a blessing. Um, and let's read the guidance. It says, Horsetail teaches us the power that lies within patience and the endurance gained through the hidden blessings of challenges. There is something good in all seeming failures, and although that might not be clear in the moment, time will reveal all. Trust the process. Remember that stubbornness and willfulness are counterproductive to loosening knots. Instead, like the medicine of horse, ground to earth's energy and adapt to changes and hardships on the journey. Horse medicine provides us heightened sensitivity and the purity of trust, essential tools to have as we navigate life's journey. Invoke the strength of horse as a power animal when you need increased psychic sensitivity and intuition. Awesome. I love when the messages just flow into each other. Um, because the next card that I pulled is intuition, but I'm not really finished breaking down this card yet. Um, I wanted to tap into the planetary associations because they're major right now. Saturn is currently retrograde in Pisces, and Venus is currently in Scorpio. So, Saturn and Venus, um, I would say I am intermediate level when it comes to astrology because I don't necessarily keep up with the specifics, but Saturn is a more generational planet, meaning it moves slower. The outer planets move slower than the inner planets. So the outer planets is going to have a greater effect on the inner planets. So, with that being said, I would say that Saturn is trine Venus right now. Trine is a very flowing energy, and certain things could easily get taken for granted under trines. So the message for patience is definitely appreciated. Okay. But with um, this patience, I also pulled the Eight of Pentacles. And in traditional tarot Rider Waite, the Eight of Pentacles is definitely a card about patience in its own way because it's the card of a man just working hard at his craft. But from more personalized study, the Eight of Pentacles, eights are about power for me, infinity, abundance, things of that nature. And then the Pentacles is the physical world, the reality, as well as the body. So a period of gestation. So you definitely have to take care of the body, make sure the body can indulge in its own vitality. So doing things to maintain the vitality over October would be awesome. Um, Venus, Libra season. Venus rules over the kidneys and the skin and what else? I think the buttocks region, that's neither here or there. And Saturn rules over the bones. And, I would say hair, skin, and nails also. Um, Venus and Saturn, that is always an energy that I like. Structured beauty, um, which is also awesome because that relates to the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is associated with the first decan of Virgo. So that first week of, Virgo season, so from like August 23rd to September 1st. I don't know if those are the exact dates, but the first decan is ruled by Mercury. So it's the purest form of Virgo, structured beauty. You know, Virgo is the earthly aspect of Mercury, the earthly aspect of communication and thinking and trade and movement in our world. So maybe checking where you have Virgo in your chart, checking your Saturn placement and your Venus placement may bring you some insight during the season. And also, those that are first decan Virgos, potentially whatever you put out into the world, whatever you have put out into the world, maybe you're starting to see results of that. And obviously, not literally just them, but maybe them. I'm just going with the flow. Um, Let me move on to the next card that flows so well. Intuition. It is numbered 3, and it is from the Cosmo element. So big cosmic energy right now. And the tarot card that I pulled with that is Two of Wands. The keywords on here are intuition versus fear, connect to source, trust self and source. Fear and intuition in the Two of Wands. So, very clearly, two different directions, two different wavelengths, two different ways of thinking, which taps into that Gemini energy. And Jupiter is about to go retrograde in Gemini, which is the masculine side, is the masculine aspect of Mercury. So, Two of Wands, intuition versus fear. Both very passionate types of energies, especially when it comes to the way it flows through the actual body. So, again, the light body. And Two of Wands is associated with, I took notes, Mars in Aries. That's awesome. Mars in Aries. Mars is at home in the sign of Aries. The last video I shared was talking about home. We are here to build, rebuild home here on the planet for us, as well as the new souls that are coming. Again, shout out to the pregnant mamas and mamas in general. We're all out here doing our thing. We are the direct nurturers of the future. Don't let anything bring you down. Don't let your fear override your motherly intuition ever, ever in your life. And don't be afraid to stop doing it cold turkey. If you realize you're in a position to where you feed into your fear over your intuition. How to get that off the chest. But yes, connect to source. Trust yourself and source. Trust your connection to source. It is a very real thing. It is not made up. You're not crazy. So you need to work with your light body to be able to handle the amounts of light that is constantly being poured into our realm. We're all in our neck of our woods doing the same thing. So if you ever find yourself thinking it doesn't matter, no, it does. Truly, truly trust the process. Because regardless if your point of view and where you are in life may not look the best, know that that's part of the divine plan. And also know that if you are in a thriving and abundant phase, era, vibration, alignment, frequency, whatever you want to call it, know that's part of the divine plan also. Let the light flow through you. That's how you let it shine. If you keep it boxed up, that's when you start to feel uncomfortable and like you are without a home. This Libra season is truly, truly about the scales evening out. And the degree to which things have to be evened out is intense, but necessary. All is well. So, with that being said, I'm feeling like I'm reaching the end of what I have to share on the October energies. Um, I'm still getting acquainted to all of this and really just trying to configure how to share the information. But I'm just letting it flow. I'm trusting the process. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.